how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Ignite SAT Mastery course. Today, we'll be covering Lesson 5 of Module 3, Word Choice Questions on the Writing section. Now, just as a quick refresher, what are some of these word choice questions? Now, they'll generally take the form as questions that have differing words with very similar meanings, and they will be asking about a specific word in the context of that sentence. For example, you see defeat, outperform, outweigh could all be used in similar instances, but their connotations can be very different based on the context given. The same can be said about fulfilled, complacent, sufficient. These are all very similar words, but the context given will really determine the correct answer. Now, how about we try one of these questions? Let's take a look at question 1. In this paragraph, let's read this. Greek yogurt business have found many methods of controlling and eliminating most environmental threats. Given these solutions, as well as the many health benefits of the food, the advantages of Greek yogurt outdo the potential drawbacks of its production. Now, we can highlight a really big keyword here, health benefits. This is kind of our ground for what we're looking at. We have the word health benefits, and we also have advantages and drawbacks. So in this case, we're comparing the health benefits to the advantages and the drawbacks of its productions. So does outdo really make sense in this context? Well, let's look at other words. Defeat, the health benefits don't defeat the drawbacks. Outperform, well, this is not a performance issue. Outweigh seems like the greatest option when it's comparing two advantages and drawbacks. And outweigh is indeed the correct answer. Now, how about you guys try answering one of these word choice questions? Now that you've had a chance to look at this, let's try answering this question. I'll start where question 9 is. Also, because it is more concentrated, Greek yogurt contains slightly more protein per serving, thereby helping people stay satiated for longer periods of time. Now, this sentence, what is it exactly talking about? Well, it's talking about the concentration and more protein per serving, thereby helping people stay satiated for longer periods of time. And in this context, this is talking about saying, full, being full from eating. Now let's look at the other options. Fulfilled, well, you're not being fulfilled by the protein per serving, you're just becoming full. Complacent and sufficient both don't have the context of being full, and therefore satiated for longer periods of time actually serves as our best answer. Now, let's look at some tips when answering these kind of questions. The first one is to always check which word is being switched out for others, and also check the context of which you're being asked. There's always going to be key details being asked within the question and the surrounding sentences and paragraphs. As you saw with our Greek yogurt example, the satiation was based on the fulfillment of the protein per serving, which was a direct correlation pointing us at the answer, as well as it saying for a longer period of time. The next thing we want to do is underline. We need to block out these fragments, these sentences, especially that word or multiple words. Next, just like all of our writing questions, we need to check for context. What is it exactly asking? Is it more of a professional setting? Is it looking at some sort of, specific word that may have different meanings or different contexts, but there's only one that really fits in the context of that situation? And finally, we're going to choose the word that best fits. Again, with all of these writing section questions, whatever sounds the most right when saying it out loud in your head is usually going to be the right answer. But don't forget to go through all of these steps to select your correct answer. Next time, we're going to be looking at the keep, delete questions.